What's going on YouTube? DoubleEdge Games here, and today we're going to be talking about the one app that's been on everybody's smartphone. Either they shared it all over social media or you're just sick and tired of seeing and hearing about it. That's actually Pokemon Go. So Pokemon Go, in case you've been living under a rock, is pretty much the most popular app out to date for right now. So if anybody who's grown up playing either Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, even Green, I didn't even know there was a green version, but if you grew up playing the original Pokemon games, they made this into an app to where pretty much you walk around the area and you find Pokemon, flick a ball at them and catch them, so on and so forth. That's all Pokemon Go is. Concept sounds very, very simple, yet very, very, very popular. Everybody and their mom was playing this shit, including your boy. I had to, man. I still remember my days playing Pokemon Gold and Silver with my bro back when I was like 5 years old. So this was just hella nostalgic for me. But there's issues with Pokemon Go. We're just gonna do a little discussion right now because they've been recently updated. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Before I even get into the updates, there's something I gotta tell y'all. When this game first came out, this shit did not work properly. There's a ton of issues with Pokemon Go. Sometimes it would freeze. Sometimes your character wouldn't even move. It wouldn't detect the footprints of the Pokemon because there's like a little detection area where it's like, oh, they're like 3 feet away or they're like a little bit next to you, and it wouldn't detect it for you. And then there were some cases where fucking Pokestops, you'll spin them shits and they won't give you anything. Those are the little landmarks where they can be restaurants, they can be like stores or anything like that. Pretty much they're going to be marked on the map for you. You touch them, tap them, spin them, boom, you get items like Pokeballs, revives, and potions, because you can actually battle with your Pokemon. So keep in mind that this game only has Pokestops for only those locations. Now, if you're a person that lives in the area where you don't see much of that, you're not going to have many Pokestops, which means if you run out of Pokeballs, what do you have to do? Buy them at the store for a measly 99 cents to get about maybe like 20 Pokeballs. Seems fair. But here's the kicker. Recently, they updated the game. They did a few minor changes and some major changes. Some of the minor changes were they took out the Pokemon tracking completely, even though technically that's minor. I personally didn't use it as much, but they took the Pokemon tracker out. They also, what they did was they made some, some bug glitches to where, some people getting stuck, blah, 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 blah. But what they ended up doing was there were like some third-party apps that actually help you track Pokemon. They completely disabled them shits. And then what they did was they actually made the actual percentage of how you can actually catch Pokemon. They decreased it by 20%. So it's actually harder to catch a Pokemon. So instead of it being at its full, I don't know, let's say like 60% of the or 80% of the chance you'd be able to catch a whatever Pokemon, like a high CP Pokemon, they pretty much decreased that or increased it by whatever, you know what I mean. Pretty much they made it harder to catch Pokemon. My brain's melted right now. I had a long day at work, but pretty much they actually made it harder for you to catch Pokemon. So what does that mean when you're throwing those Pokeballs? I literally went downtown where my city is. Went downtown. I had 5 Pokeballs. Hit almost half the Pokestops and got 75. How come my way back home from work, I encounter one Pidgeotto? I'm like, I already got like 3, but another one ain't gonna hurt. So I end up flicking one ball at him. All right, I'm like, it's a great. He gonna stay in there. Came out first try. I'm like, okay. So I started curving that shit, and I started curving it and doing all this other stuff. Flick, flick, flick. And then before I knew it, I was down to 50 Pokeballs. This fucker ate up 20 fucking Pokeballs. Damn near 25. So I'm just sitting like, okay, I don't remember this shit happening. And fucking Caterpies popping out they ball and shit. This shit's just weird. But Niantic was very quiet about it. People were getting pissed off. And people were wanting their refund and all this other stuff, so on and so forth. But pretty much, is Pokemon Go evil? No, not really. I mean, the game was grossing like damn near $1 billion a day, and then they just decided let's just come increase it tenfold by making the percentage so you're not going to be able to catch Pokemon as easy, and then also just make sure that you get rid of some of the Poke trackers and all this other dumb shit that they had for those third-party apps. So Pokemon Go in itself, I don't know where this dev team is going. I know they got heart. But this dev team is small. They got a big ass game on their hands. This game is fucking huge. It's already a billion people playing it, so I don't know what's gonna happen. So just keep your eyes peeled for the app. If you do actually have the app, they are adding Generation 2 pretty soon. I think it was like in December. That might be adding Generation 2. That's actually not that far away. That's where you're going to see the Chikorritas, the Cyndaquils, and the Totodiles and all that shit. So Generation 2 will be coming. Hopefully they're going to do the trading pretty soon, and then you can be able to battle trainers that's going to be in the area. So that's going to be looking pretty good. So I would like to thank you guys for tuning in. As always, if you enjoyed this video, just as the Call of Duty commentators say, titty smack the like button. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys want to see any more content on Let's Plays, reviews, commentaries like this, hit it down in the comments down below. This is DoubleEdge Games, and peace out.